This is Boss Hogg Radio, home of Born to Ride Radio.
I was born to live, live to ride, ride to live. I was born to ride. American built, we forever unite, and that's the deal. I was born to ride. Down in Tampa to Miami, Daytona, Tallahassee, from the East Coast to the West Side, here in Florida, we were born to ride. I was born to live, live to ride, ride to live. I was born to ride. American built, we forever unite, and that's the deal. I was born to ride.
This is Boss Hogg Radio, home of Born to Ride Radio.
Born to Ride is sponsored in part by Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL, representing riders since 1988. Offices throughout Florida, 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Everyone was right, I was born to ride.
Born to Ride is a multimedia marketing and promotional machine with TV, magazines, streaming radio, and internet advertising opportunities. There are tens of thousands of motorcycles. We reach the people who ride them. Born to Ride. Find out more at borntoride.com.
This is Boss Hogg Radio, home of Born to Ride Radio. You can join the motorcycle enthusiast conversation by calling 863-225-2000.
That's right. Welcome to another edition of Born to Ride Radio this Thursday evening on the Boss Hogg Radio Network. I'm Fester Jenkins. Mama Dukes is in the studio, but we've got a full house. Sitting across from me this evening, we've got Joe DeWelder. Hey, Joe. We've got Skylar.
Woo!
Hello, Skylar.
I'm excited.
And we got Rob from R&R. Welcome back.
Let's go. Let's get started.
Okay. Well, before we get started, I want to thank Rubenstein Law for being part of it. It wouldn't be a program without it. And that's 1-800-FL-LEGAL. They've been fighting for you and representing riders since 1988. And the website is www.fightforyou.com there.
What are
Okay.
we fighting? The forces of evil. I
Well,
don't know.
People that pull out in front of you.
Yes.
People that stop
Think
too short.
motorcycle. That's really important. You know, I didn't realize how many bikers were on the road until I started like doing all this. I think we talked about that, but you know, like it's super important to have like a lawyer that you can count on. You know? Anybody else? You just gonna leave me dead? Everybody?
I have one on retainer. That's as far as I'm going to go right there. But I haven't done nothing wrong.
exactly. Yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah, but it's not even like you,
You know,
that you have to worry about.
most people
of the
really
time.
don't think much of lawyers until they need one.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Bottom feeding scum.
Yeah.
My opinion.
But not
Tell us
Rubenstein,
how you
right?
No, they're great.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Okay.
They also have great merch. They have like bandanas that we hand out a lot of times. And nobody does bandanas. Why does nobody do bandanas? I'm so upset by this.
This is not, we're not riding.
But like
I do when I'm riding. I got one on my neck. I carry one.
I wear one all the time, especially like when I'm in the shop and welding and stuff, because it's like a good
Easy to
sweat
catch on
rag
fire.
that well, you know, that's why you buy the cotton ones.
Yeah.
But it's a good sweat rag that you just have like around your neck. I don't have to like take off my gloves, take off my hood, take off everything else, go find a sweat rag. I'm like, oh wait, it's right there. So that's what Rubenstein bandanas are good for.
Yeah, I'm sure they're glad to hear that.
Great. You should wear them. Everybody should wear them.
Their T-shirts proudly.
I do have a couple of their T-shirts, too. Their T-shirts are really comfortable. The more you know.
Okay.
Yes, I'm giving you fashion tips here on Born to Ride Radio.
There you go, ladies.
So, Rob, how you been?
Somebody take the microphone away from me.
Going on?
Let's talk motorcycles.
Let's talk about motorcycles.
Motorcyclism, as Charlie Bristol called it.
That's it.
Motorcyclism.
Motorcycle.
that.
So what we got on the rodeo coming up?
Yeah, we're talking about
I'm
Motorfest.
psyched about it, man. I guess we got, you guys. He said it's full.
I just did a walk around before coming in also, and there's a lot more shade out there than I thought there was.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out where we're going to put the hot rods and all that still.
Yeah.
We got the mini bike guys. Was it Mason's mini bikes?
I
that what it is?
believe.
No, the ones that were up in
Misfits.
Misfits.
Yeah.
They were up in Georgia.
They're going to be
pretty
here.
good,
We got a place for them out on the track.
That's cool.
Or we
That's
made
pretty entertaining.
Yeah, we
Let's
took
put it that way.
part of the parking lot and made it for a track for them so they could have some dirt
Nice.
to run on.
Nice.
So that's going to be.
Why are
They'll
mini
be-
bikes so entertaining? I love watching mini bikes.
They are,
There's
especially
something
the guy
hilarious
with the
about a
bar
large man on top of this tiny
The
little,
guy that
like,
races a bar stool.
Well, and the thing about it is, I mean, these things are souped up mini bikes. They're not the mini bikes that you grew up in the neighborhood, sharing with the kids, fighting over my turn. These things,
You got snowmobile engines.
I
and
mean,
stuff in 'em.
Mason actually,
I didn't know that.
Mason actually went to the burnout pit up there in Angel City and was able to blow up a tire on that mini bike. Yeah.
Yeah,
they
they're
do
laid
about
out pretty nice.
60,
They're gonna
70 miles an hour.
I was going to say
They
60
cruise.
miles an hour.
You put an expansion chamber on a 3cylinder.
Oh yeah, they're tiny little hot rods.
Yeah.
The best part about it is if it was a larger bike, it'd be going 150 miles an hour.
Yeah.
We ain't, so the whole part, that's like the rodeo. Instead of a drag strip that you have to have a half mile on, the rodeo's 200 foot long, and if you can pull 200 foot, you're going to come to a stop usually.
Yeah.
So it's a short
Usually.
area. So the sports,
the one that does it one.
We hope.
at the end of the show, you can go past the finish line a little bit farther. I don't care, but
Just don't hit
It's
anybody.
getting back to where we need a shorter area to play. We can't. The drag strips they're dying. They're going away. The Lakeland drag strips have been gone.
Believe me, I know.
My God, how much fun do we have out there?
I'm
The medieval meltdown, if anybody remembers that.
I'm from up in New York, and in New York we need drag strips too. There aren't
Yeah.
any anymore.
Yeah,
They
it's
took all
hard
the
to find.
good roads apart. There used to be the connector between Long Island and New York was a nice, about a mile straight run.
Well, there's a couple of places where they do it around here, but we don't.
Yeah, we don't-
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, they're never going to close down the Gandy Bridge. I didn't say that, right?
That's the name I was going to bring up.
Yeah, no, that's
Rubenstein Law. We're getting you some work right now.
There's about 7, 8 people are getting ready to go right now. Yeah, their market's set.
Yeah, my buddy's got the fastest.
Yeah.
He did for a while.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
What's up with the bike show and everything? We haven't talked much about the bike shows.
Joe, do you have anything? I mean, you haven't been in the studio
I really
for a while,
have
so
been
what's going
working
on?
on
What's
my
happening with you?
I've been working on my business, man. I've been doing a lot of clerical stuff.
Well, what's going on with FTW?
FTWs, we're moving forward, man. I got to have products to sell. Therefore, I must get busy and do them. So, it's time to, I told Ronnie I got to slow down a little bit because, I got a paying gig too. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
for nothing, but this is the way it is. I'd help him as much as I can. He's a brother to me, as y'all are. But, I got to nobody's taking care of me, so I got to take care of mine first.
So
You gotta take
FTW,
care of
we
yourself
have
first, yep.
we have 2 different bikes planned out right now that we're kind of in the works.
Contracted out. I got motors that I'm trying to locate parts for. I got a nice 88-inch bottom end for
Damn,
Joe,
Joe, you
come
gotta
up to the
talk.
microphone. They
That's
can't
another
hear
one
you.
I know. I'm sorry. That wasn't supposed to be on the air. Dope. But
the good part is you got some parts and you're bringing them to me.
Yeah.
yeah, I got parts. That's
Good.
no problem. But we're just getting a couple bikes we're building together. I want to have more stock. I got like 10 bikes now to bring to a show. And we're gonna
That's
bring
great.
them,
That's a big number.
Yeah.
What's your favorite bike so far?
The one that's in my head still.
I don't know. I like the knucklehead.
Because they're always one up. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So I'm always looking forward to the next one. And I'm not somebody that has to have a conceptual drawing. It talks to me, man. Believe it or not, I don't think people think I'm nuts, but you sit there and you stare at something long enough, and it tells you what it wants. It kind of, I don't know. It's the zen of building motorcycles, hence the bare feet. Now that's just arthritis. I'm lying. But anyway, yeah, that's we're asking a whole bunch of different builders. They want to come down. Everybody's welcome
for the show.
You know, I want to get as many motorcycles, as many cars, rat rods.
Yep, I'd like to see a lot of the guys, the garage builders. The guy that doesn't have the bike
I want to
shop,
see the
bringing some
guys
stuff
that are
out.
building
We need to focus on them too, to give them the reason
And this
to
is
come
what
out
I
here
tell
and do
people
this
a
stuff.
lot of times, like
I want to see the home
especially
builds, man.
Yeah,
especially when I judge shows and stuff. Like a lot of
where they're
people think
coming
that, oh, my bike isn't good enough. Oh, I didn't do it. I didn't spend enough money on it. I didn't do enough custom stuff. Blah blah blah. A lot of times, what we're looking for is like quality. When you go to bike shows, is like, yeah, this guy has like a really cool bike with a lot of money, but it's like kind of like not that well put together. Versus like you keep up with your bike really well. It's clean. It looks like you're ready for a show. You're proud of it. That's the number one thing that I personally judge on when I'm judging bike shows is like, is this something that you should be proud of? So, that's why if you are a home builder or you have a smaller shop or you just putz around on your own personal bike or whatever, bring it out. Like, let us see it. We want to see it. We want to have as many bikes there as possible because that's something that you put your pride and joy into and you should be proud of it and showing it just because that's yours. Yep. Who cares about the trophy or whatever we're giving out?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, I have the getting.
I understand you do, but you know what? Some people just want the attaboy.
The beer's for after the trophy presentation.
Yeah.
After that, I got to have a meeting on tomorrow with Ronnie about that. We're going to work on what our prizes are going to be. We'll be able to announce more of that after.
Okay, that sounds good.
But, we want a full lineup. We got a bunch of different cool hot rods and rat rods, a lot of rat rods coming.
Yeah. I'm hearing the number 200 on the cars and trucks.
Yeah,
and I'm hearing
I know a couple of different
40 to
shops
50
personally that are bringing out different rat rods
People
and
are
stuff.
bringing Jeeps and all kinds of stuff. We might even be able to do a little bit of a small four-wheel drive course, maybe even.
No.
Hold on, repeat what you said into the microphone. What are we doing?
Just a berm or two.
We don't need to make it bigger than what. Yeah.
Well, if you're going to go big, you know what I mean?
I will say, if you have a bike, if you're a guy and you have a bike and your wife has a Jeep, because I know a couple of these people, y'all should both bring it down. Like, bring your bike, she'll bring her Jeep. There's room for everybody.
We'd bring the trikes out to the different bars and would clear out a spot. We'd drag cars and trucks up and down the parking lot with the trikes because we didn't have a sled. But Jeeps were great. Just let it start rolling as soon as we get going. Hit the brake.
Built-in.
We'll drag you across the yard. It's like, you got to have a weight sled. I mean, if you got that much horsepower, you can't be pulling guys. I mean, they're gonna, you'll break their arms off. So
did we ever decide?
Now that would be pretty impressive to see a Jeep with some mutters doing a burnout.
Yeah. I'm sure some of the we're gonna have the burnout.
We used to do a mud pit, man, where I lived up north in Vermont. Every spring they would plow the fields, and then in the fall they'd plow them. So twice a year they had these mud bogs. They called them.
Yep.
And they were a blast, man. There were guys that had little samurais that had these big, stupid LS motors in them and stuff. And
they used to have
They were all tricked out. One was the ultimate Tonka. It looked like a little Tonka toy, but this guy went all the way through the mud bog forward and then put it in reverse and went all the way back through it.
Oh, that's
for real, man. I was like, get out of here. That's just mad cool. That stuff's mad cool.
Yeah, there used to be a mud pit out in Lutz, and then there was also the one at Lakeland with the drag
stuff
strip.
like
Right.
that.
The drag strip had a mud hole there, too.
Over, man.
Yeah, that was a good time.
You smell burning rubber, and we automatically look. I don't care what kind of perfume you're wearing.
A mud hole would be really cool.
Yeah.
I think I'd prefer a mud hole over a burnout pit.
Yeah,
you're like proud of like wearing the mud afterwards,
I agree.
I don't,
and you don't
personally
have to smell
like
the mud.
being covered with liquid tar.
Now, don't give too much away. We want the girls to look at their arms and say, "What the hell is that?" That's tire.
Yep.
Little tiny pieces. If people don't realize that it's a drag strip, you get up there real close and it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah,
You come out of Dalmatian.
You'll come out of some rubber on you. You'll smell good. All that.
They
That
closed
115.
Volusia, huh?
I mean, who needs to spend money on cologne anymore?
Racetrack in Volusia.
I'm not sure. They had the swap meet there this last year for Bike Week, so that part's open again. Yeah. But say, like I said, the racing's really getting hard to find places to do it.
Well, I know they're closing East Bay. They got 3 more years in East Bay.
I didn't think it was that long.
Yeah,
they didn't get contaminated.
They gave
with
4 years, and this is their 4th year, so they got 3 more years.
Okay.
Because I did.
I thought somebody told me they were getting closed down because of the contamination over there.
Well, they did. They redid a whole lot of work over there.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, me too. Because at least give the guy a couple more years of racing, man.
Yeah.
Bring the next generation.
Yeah, it's not like we're going to go out there and stand all for every day to be exposed to it if there is something toxic.
Yeah,
I can take a couple hours at a time.
Yeah, that's a shame, man. If that's the case, because
that's why I say it's turning into it's a short track racers coming up now. You got everything's gonna have to shorten up a little bit because we don't have the mega tracks no more. It just costs way too much money to rent a track. Yeah. And then you got guys that need to go 100 miles an hour around the track. And I mean, it's just the smaller stuff's easier, like the mini bikes. These guys are gonna put on a show like you won't believe. They're not gonna be wrecking, but they're gonna be sliding in the corners and hitting the brakes hard.
They're funny, those guys.
The track is not gonna be so much of an oval as it is a rectangle, so they're gonna have to negotiate that a little different.
Some corners.
We're gonna put some catch barrels out there, so as they run past it, they run into some hay bales before they hit the fence. But that's what we're looking at with the mini bike guys.
That's good.
That's gonna be really exciting too.
So how are you doing as far as help getting this all together? Do you need help?
I got a tractor guy to run the tractor for me to move stuff around during the day. I got Nefarious James is gonna help out with the games, and so Spike and Mike. He's going to help out. He said he's got a real pretty girlfriend he's bringing. Anyway, he'll be taking care of the paperwork and all the stuff.
Is it the bird?
Games. I'm not sure. I think the bird shows up no matter what.
Oh.
He brings Michael on.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm just more interested in the bird.
Well, we need somebody to write stuff down because we need to know people's names. If you're going to get up there and do something, we're going to announce your name. Let your buddies laugh at you or whatever. Let them try to get up there and say, let's come on, boys, you try it.
That'd be
that's
awesome.
The whole game. We want everybody to be noticed. If you're going to pull, we want to know who you are and all that stuff. So we're just going to write up a quick note. So when you're up there, we can say it's John and Jane and they're from Texas, whatever it takes, and keep track of things. So. We need that. We need the girl. We'll have a table set up so anybody that wants to do the event, all they got to do is walk on out and walk up to the table and tell us what they want to do, and then they'll let us know. So
have we decided what kind of games we're doing yet? Because I need to know, what I'm doing.
Well, name some. Name one.
What was that? The one, the potato in the haystack? That was the one I was excited for. I was really excited to get down and dirty with.
If you can get 7 or 8 more girls that are willing to, run into the hay bale and fight for a potato, we can do it. It's not a problem.
Don't tempt me with a good time. You have no idea the women that I know.
I can find 8 guys to ride the girls around the circle, and all we need is a horn. You honk the horn, the girls run into the circle. There's like 10 hay bales mixed up, and 8 girls go in, and there's only 5 or 4 potatoes coming out. So it's an arm wrestling match to the very end. You got to find that potato. It's pretty exciting, but it's pretty rough too.
It's competitive.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So
I got a couple of my friends.
The whole thing is we've been doing this so long. If you tell me what you want, I can set it up in 5 minutes. Yeah. I got my guys. It's like set the track up for this.
As long as it's not another wet T-shirt contest.
No, we ain't doing that.
Because I pulled my hamstring in the last one.
Well, guys, we've got Kelly Ford on the line, and we're going to bring her on. She's from RVR Horse Rescue, and she's going to tell us about an event that's going on here. Hello, Kelly. Are you there?
I'm here.
Well, welcome to Born to Ride Radio. You've got Joe the Welder. We've got Skylar in here, and Rob from R&R, and of course, I'm Fester Jenkins. Welcome to the Born to Ride Radio show.
How are you?
Well, thanks so much. I really appreciate you having us on.
Not a problem. So what's going on? What's happening with the Soul Circus Cowboys and RVR?
Well, if anyone in your audience has already heard of us, we're RVR Horse Rescue, and we specialize in taking in abused, neglected, and injured horses. We bring them back to health and then find adoptive homes for them. And we're an all-volunteer organization, so we are very much supported by the general public. We raise funds, we have fundraisers, we have donors, we write for grants. But most of our support comes directly from the community. And this benefit event held on June 18th is going to be one of those occasions. It's going to be a really, really nice time, family-friendly event with food and a good time, and we are very fortunate that the Soul Circus Cowboys are going to be playing at that event starting at 7 p.m.
Ought to be some great entertainment there. I've seen the Soul Circus Cowboys.
Absolutely.
Very
Yeah,
talented.
we're excited about it. It's going to be in a great environment. They're going to be playing in our pole barn. There's going to be plenty of space for folks to bring their lawn chairs and set up. The admissions fee includes food and two drink tickets. So we're really excited about it.
Now, for our listeners that might be interested, and it sounds like there's an admission and entrance fee. What is that going to run?
Okay, so for adults, which is 16 and up, the entry fee is $45, which includes parking, your food, and 2 drink tickets. There will be beer on tap, and then there will also be sodas, tea, that sort of thing for anyone to choose from. For kids 15 and younger, it's $15, and it includes your food and drink.
Okay, so
yeah.
So what else is going to be happening here? I assume they're going to be viewing this facility, seeing how the operation works, or what's happening there.
Absolutely. The music starts at 7, but we're actually going to open our doors at 5:30. So anyone who's able to come early, they can take a tour of the ranch. They can meet our horses, speak to the volunteers about what we do at the ranch and how we heal these horses and bring them back to health. And who knows? Maybe somebody will want to join us. We're an all-volunteer organization, so we're always looking for folks to join the volunteer family. And it's just a really great chance for us to show the community what we do. We have recently moved to Plant City from Riverview, and so we're really enjoying our new home, and we just want to be good community neighbors.
Oh, that sounds fine. Now, Born to Ride listeners, we're talking about real horses, not iron horses here. Okay. If
You mean
really, I mean,
acoustic ones?
if you're neglecting your iron horse, you ought to be horse whipped. You know what I mean?
Well, keep in mind, the biggest difference is the exhaust.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like an acoustic versus a electric.
Too, right? Yeah. So, but we would love to show any of your listeners what the ranch is like, and even if you're not into the real horses or the living horses instead of the iron ones, we have some other programs to get involved in that are really great. We do an educational outreach program that goes and teaches students about horses. And we have a new program benefiting veterans with PTSD, where we're teaming up with James Haley Veterans Hospital to bring vets out to the ranch, and they get to interact with the horses, and it just brings them some respite. There's been a lot of research showing how helpful horses can be to healing from PTSD.
Well, that's awesome. And it sounds like it's a really great endeavor there. And where exactly is the new facility now? I heard you say Plant City, so how about an address?
Yes, sir. We are at 1710 West State Road 60 in Plant City.
Right there in the middle.
So we're going to be just west of County Road 39, which is Redmond Parkway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You got to
I'll go by on my way home.
But if you're going to use like Google Maps or anything like that, you got to put West State Road 60 in there, or it'll send you somewhere else. But we're about a mile west of County Road 39.
Okay. Well, listeners, you can certainly contact us here at the station, and we can have that information for where we can share for you in the future there from that standpoint. Kelly, we certainly appreciate it. Anything else before you get out of here that you'd like to add to it?
Well, we would just love to have everyone out here. We're really excited about the Soul Circus Cowboys playing for us. It's going to be a great event, very family-friendly, and we'd love to see everyone out there. Tickets are Eventbrite pre-sales only. Unfortunately, we're not allowed, or we're not able to sell tickets at the door. So if you're interested, you'll need to buy your ticket in advance.
Well, that's good to say there, because gate entrance, I would have assumed that, but so don't drive up and expect to be able to get in, folks.
Yeah, that was good info.
Good, very important.
So, how do we go about pre-buying the tickets? Is there a website, or is there
You
phone
can
number?
check us out. We're very active on our Facebook page, and the event is posted there with a link to tickets. Or you can check out our website, which is rvrhorserescue.org. And that's R like Richard, V like Victor, R like Richard. rvrhorserescue.org. And the links to the Eventbrite link, or that link will be up there for everyone to purchase tickets.
So it's on the website and the Facebook page links there from that standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't get much simpler than that.
No. I like it. Straightforward.
Well, we certainly appreciate it, Kelly, and I, hopefully get to see you out there, and hopefully it's going to be a great event.
Well, thank you so much, and we really appreciate you having us on the show to tell your listeners about the event.
It was our pleasure. Thanks so much.
Oh, all right. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
You have a great evening, too.
All right.
Good.
Okay.
Well, what do you think? Born to ride a horse? Should we give him a stall out here? I'm serious.
Dude, I'm
put him
so
in-
down.
Put them in a bike show.
I mean, why not? Why not? If we can keep them away from the burnout pit and, keep them away from the noise.
All
Yeah,
right.
horses can be kind of. You're talking about a
Be
moto
intimidated,
fest, though.
yeah.
They,
Well, it's up to them. It's
it
up to
needs. It
RVR.
would
All
definitely
right, so
need
we're
to
gonna
be
have
a.
jousting now.
It would have to be a horse that
We did it on
definitely, wouldn't be skittish whenever it comes to maybe something backfiring.
Yeah, no, I don't think that.
Or just motorcycles
Well,
in general.
I'm hoping in 100 years they have a motorcycle rescue group too. A lot
I don't think there's a
people-
motorcycle rescue group, but I'm pretty sure there's like some biker rescue groups out there. They're like, do you want to adopt this poor, defenseless biker for just 60
somebody
cents a
should.
day?
60 cents
For 60
That ain't
cents a
gonna buy much
day.
of his habits.
You two
Hell no.
can help support some
Okay,
old
we
biker.
degenerate again. Once again, thank you, Skylar.
They don't die, they just smell bad.
Take it easy.
That sounds like she has a very low opinion of bikers there.
know.
A very
Okay,
low opinion of
hold on.
bikers there.
I'm
Things
using
start
Joe's
right after
reference
the
here.
show. Made of beatings commence.
I don't have a low opinion of bikers.
where's
I love
Dave
bikers.
tonight?
Bikers are my favorite people.
I'm
Dave Nichols. star.
Dave's been MII for a
pirate.
couple weeks now. There,
Must be on vacay.
I'm obviously probably a lot of stuff going on there and happening there.
I'm glad to hear that. I hope everything's in a positive way for him.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm going to get that scallywag on that cruise, man. He made me that money to go. We're going, and we're going to have fun, I say.
Hey,
Whether it kills him or
Well,
not.
he is a pirate. He's got, he fits right in.
absolutely.
He is a scallywag.
He has a great pirate voice.
Yeah,
I'm
the
very
whole
impressed by
outfit.
Dave Nichols' pirate voice
Yeah, I
every
can
single
only
time I
imagine.
hear it.
He was telling. We talked about that.
That probably comes kind of natural. We've all had a past life.
Yeah, I'm the last real pirate, man. I still say that.
Yeah.
Rum for me crew.
Yeah, look how many bikers are missing a leg, or a peg leg. This ZZ Top video starts with a peg leg. That's a buddy of mine out there in California, Rusty Tinsley.
Wow.
And he pulls up on the bike and he sets his foot down, talks to the girl.
Yeah.
But they show the peg leg there at the very beginning. It's only like a 5-second scene, but that's how it starts out. Leg.
Is it a wooden peg leg?
Well, he's got all kinds of different ones he uses. But what's cool is his brake pedal in his peg. He's got a magnet in his peg. And when he goes to put his leg up on the brake pedal, the magnet holds his peg to the brake pedal.
That's actually really, really
It's
cool.
really smart.
It is. It's brilliant. I mean, it's really brilliant.
How you gonna? He's just an old
Hope
biker.
his harness is gone.
We do what we got to do to get there.
Absolutely. That's
Exactly.
brilliant.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're coming down the bottom of the hour. We're going to have to take a break, pay a few bills, but we'll be right back with the second half of Born to Ride Radio.
Ride.
We'll be right back, folks.
Sing motorcycles.
Check out the all-new BornToRide.com with radio, TV, industry, adventure, events, magazine, social media, and much more. It's the all-new BornToRide.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 1. Get an attorney. When you or a loved one have been injured by another's negligence, an experienced attorney can make a huge difference. At Rubenstein Law, we will find all of the insurance, make sure your injuries are documented, and work to get you the best result. While each case is different, a well-known insurance company's own study showed people with a lawyer, on average, got more money. Call Rubenstein Law at 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Find us on Facebook, Born to Ride TV and magazine, the ultimate multimedia biker experience.
You can join the motorcycle enthusiast conversation at 863-225-2000. Now, here's more of your hosts, Fester Jenkins and Mama Dukes on Born to Ride Radio.
Welcome back to the second half of Born to Ride Radio this Thursday evening, June 3rd. Think about it. It's already June. I mean, year is flying by. Before we know it, it'll be August, and it'll be time for Sturgis there.
It's better than last year. Last year was...
Yeah, last year kind of drug on. Last year definitely drug along there,
slow.
that's for sure. Welcome back.
I heard a rumor you were riding out there this year.
That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. That's on my bucket list. I want to.
Look at me. Look at me smiling.
Yeah.
You know, I want you to go because, man, that is a great experience, especially your first time.
Yeah.
You know, you'll remember all of it. That's a great time.
That's
going to be awesome.
That's my plan there. So that's.
So you're going to do the rodeo here and then haul ass.
Pretty much.
That's how we live, right?
Yeah.
He's going to leave halfway through the rodeo.
The old lady put the dog in the back and hit the road again.
Oh yeah.
Get home.
Are you riding out or are you driving out?
That's what I want to do is ride out.
Wow.
I want to.
It's a nice
I want to
ride,
see.
man.
I want to see the country.
It's a nice ride. That's a good way to see it.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll
Because
remember
you
that
can
trip.
hit all them secondary roads. You don't have to stay highways.
Yep.
True.
Such a nice.
Yeah, I'm laughing about that because when you get out there, you realize there's not a whole lot of roads to choose.
Right.
You know, if you're going from Florida up there, I just about know the way. You know.
No, I know, but you can get off the way. Like last year, some friends of mine, they went out to Colorado for a while. And
Yeah.
They went up to the West Coast. You know.
Well,
They took like the long way and did the scenic thing. You know, they took like a month and a half.
We looked at the USA Today
Yeah.
every morning, and we went by the weather. And if we'd have rolled into Sturgis right away, they had like 103, 104 degree temperatures that weekend.
Yeah.
And on Tuesday, the campgrounds were empty because everybody hauled ass. And on Wednesday, it cooled off, and we rolled in on Thursday. We went through Yellowstone. It's just like, we looked at the USA. It's like, we ought to screw around here for another day. Because we took 3.5 weeks to do it, so it worked out real nice. It's a great time.
Watch away, right?
What's that?
Throw your watch away, right?
Oh, yeah. You know
what I mean?
Yeah, Easy Rider. The opening
Exactly.
scene. Not the takeoff, I should say. Not the opening scene.
No. But that's the whole premise. I mean, I don't wear a watch for a reason.
Yeah,
man.
That's why he's always late to everything.
Whatever.
When we travel,
Wait, but Joe wasn't late today.
Or north.
I'm so proud of you.
If you're going to Sturgis, those are the two important things: west or north.
Yep.
Northwest.
Yeah, and everybody remember, when you're traveling, if you're going down the hill, there's going to be a really cool lake at the bottom, so don't stop halfway down and take a break. Wait till you get to the bottom where the lake's at.
Yeah, wait till you get to the bottom.
We got an argument over that all the time. We're going down these big mountains, like, let's stop. Like, let's keep going. We need to get to the bottom.
Right, let momentum help you along, man.
Yeah,
It's a fun ride. They don't understand that mountain riding, man.
We raced down Winter Park, Colorado. We were up on the top coming in the back way. And I'm a mechanic, and every time I can save something on my bike, it's all about the wear and tear. So I push off a lot to start it if there's a hill instead of using the electric start. Anyway, I pushed off, and I looked at my buddy. They didn't start the engine. Like come on. And we raced down that mountain without the engines running. And at the very end, he won because I had to hit the brakes. We were hauling ass at the bottom. It's like 7 miles.
Wow.
It was cool as hell.
I love riding them.
So you'll have a great time.
Looking forward to it. Absolutely.
And the plains are beautiful too, man. It's
just
like Buffalo are actually really crossing the plain. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
It's where we came from.
I would get nervous being on a motorcycle around Buffalo.
They have no
Or bison
real
or whatever they are.
Enemies. So
They're not. Yeah, they're not afraid of a motorcycle.
When I was in Montana with my grandmother,
How about the girl that got tossed? You know, that last year she got tossed, and the buffalo or the whatever animal was, it still had her blouse or her pants on her
oh
on
my
the horn.
God.
You know, she kept getting closer. It's like you gotta, you know, one of them long ass cameras. Why do you have to get so close to a buffalo?
Well, like when I was
That
a
would be
teenager, we went on this like buffalo trail thing that you like ride through and you can see them all. And we were in this little like PT Cruiser. And it had a soft, like a soft top, and I was like, "I'm gonna die." These are some you don't realize how big they are, and so I can't imagine being on a motorcycle. There's no cage, there's nothing to like between you and that animal, and all of a sudden it just comes up to you. It's like, "What's up, bro?" And you're like, "Yeah, no, I don't want to know."
Well, you don't want people. You don't want to get to that opportunity, but it happens all the time.
You pulled up on a moose
on Vermont. And there was this little down. You come down this mountain. There was a little bit of a swampy area, and I saw these moose all the time, but I never saw one up close, like a personal.
I'm thinking the
holy cow! They look just like Bullwinkle. Stupid as a box of rocks. That too. Cross-eyed. All you got to do is duck your head. I could have got my panhead right underneath the belly.
I believe that.
And they just stand there staring at you like, what are you going to do? There's more deaths in the state of Maine. People hitting moose, and it breaks their legs, and the body goes through the windshield and crushes them.
A moose will
because they weigh like
total a car.
1,200 pounds, man. Yeah. Just the body. The legs are another couple of 100 pounds each. Like, wow, that's crazy.
All right, let's get back to Born to Ride.
Born to Ride.
Things to keep you riding. Big motorcycles. You hear me, all you wildlife out there? Watch it. We're coming for you.
Thankfully, we live in Florida and we don't have to worry about moose.
Maybe the pipe should point the other direction. That way they can hear us coming.
You know, that is a funny misclaimer, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Because
pipes don't save lives. You're scared to death out of them after they run you
the people
over.
behind you.
Oh, my God, you hear that bike we just ran over? Oh, my Christ. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Anyway.
All right. The swap meet. We got a couple of guys from the Harley place. They're up at Webster all the time. Rick, carburetor man, we call him, and Slim. If you've ever been up to the Webster swap meet, they always hang out under the tree. They're going to be out here for the motorcycle portion of the swap meet. John Benedict, I think is his name, is the connection from Rooster's Rods. If you got any questions, give him a call. We're not exactly sure where on the property we're going to put the swap meet guys yet because we're still laying out the band and everything. We'll know in a couple of days, and then we'll find out. But I think it's only $10 to get a space. And again, if you don't, if you don't know any bikers, you don't know any car guys, and you want to get rid of some junk that your uncle or somebody left. Bring it on out here. These guys will tell you what it's worth.
This is going to be a perfect opportunity. Yes.
Yeah, these guys, they'll tell you what it's worth, and they'll buy it if you want to sell it. So it's like a picker's deal, but only you're taking it to them. So don't sell it too cheap.
Yeah.
Well, at least investigate and know what you got.
Well, these guys are sharp. They know what's going on.
I know.
And everybody else, you look stuff up on eBay and stuff, and you see these outrageous numbers.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't get it. That's for one specific part for one specific year.
Right.
And so you got to be careful. Some guys, they all think their stuff's gold, and it is. Yeah. And then the other guys, they just want to get rid of
them going the other way. This one buddy of mine has a shop in Tampa. And this guy pulls up with a trailer, and he goes, look, young fella, I hear you like these older motorcycles. He goes, well, look, I know what I got, and I know what it's worth. He goes, you want to take a look at it? And he goes, I don't want nothing but gold. And so Ray's like, yeah, okay. So he went in to look for it, and the guy goes, I don't want less than $400 for it. Not a penny more than $400 I'll take for this thing. It was an old flathead, like an 80-inch flathead, bone stock, right? He rode it like the last couple of decades, The thing was like a doable bike for $400. He's like, Pop, you drive a hard bargain.
Yeah. Can one of those fall
That was one of them attaboy stories,
Those are the situations when you're paying that advertising bill that you say, okay, it might be worth it. But back in the day, I was the same way. Yeah. I advertised with Born to Ride and everybody else, and I'd have people bring in leather jackets and all kinds of stuff. And I was always fair with people, Yeah. If they didn't know what it was worth, I'd give them a little bit more. but it's like you're still making a killing on some of the stuff these people give away.
Absolutely.
So find out what you got before you bring it out here. But again, bring it on out to the swap meet. Yep. Born to Ride for the Moto Fest. You'll get to see all kinds of stuff. People are real friendly at the Moto Fest. So these swap meets and all that. So if you want to walk, if you're by yourself and you want to walk around a little bit, you just say to the guy next door, "Hey man, keep an eye on my stuff. I'll be gone for 15 minutes." And so just come on out, have some fun.
I mean, and think about this. I mean, this is going to be an awesome event. I mean, there's just so much going on. There's something for everyone practically there. Definitely.
The only thing we're missing is clowns and jugglers.
Yeah.
Well,
hello, caller. You're on the air.
We can find some jugglers. I can think of a few.
Man. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going? What can we do for you?
Hey, it's Donnie Huffman.
Hey, how's it going, Donnie?
Old man on TV. What's up, Don?
Well, you're on the air on Born to Ride Radio. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I just want to bust Rob's butt a little bit.
Oh, okay. now we're gonna go back the other direction. Okay. Donnie's gonna come out and run some barrels. You're gonna see some entertainment when he's here. He's a show.
Right.
Yep. He'll run some barrels. He'll bring the electric bike.
I'm hoping to make the event on the 24th, but I got a plan to ride to the mountains with my father, and I don't know. I don't know the date yet, but still. But anyhow, Rob's got it handled.
Well, while you're on the line, Donnie, give us a little scoop on give us a story on Rob here. A little background.
Rob,
yeah.
You really want to know the story on Rob? I ain't got enough time.
Not enough time. Okay.
Time in the day. Now, Rob's a hell of an engine builder. He knows what he's doing.
That I've heard. Yep.
Yeah.
Been doing it a long time. I met Donnie in 1986 at the dealer meeting in Orlando, Florida, Dick Farmer's. That's the first time I met him. We was out in the parking lot doing wheelies on an FLT.
No, not me.
Somebody was out there. Anyways, you get a bunch of Harley guys together and say you can't do a wheelie on that bike and somebody's going to try it. And Donnie did it. Donnie did it.
Yeah, Donnie didn't do it.
Sounds like someone protests too much there, Donnie.
I'm telling you.
Most people know Donnie Huffman. His family owned Huffman's Harley Davidson in Lakeland for the longest amount of time. And
not Tampa, Rob.
I said
Lakeland, Rob.
Lakeland, and anyway, they got they're still doing bikes and restorations and all that kind of stuff. They're busy all the time. Donnie's got the electric, the live wire world record. I think it's 1097, something like that. And
1094.
1094. Anyway,
don't be cheating, Donnie. Rob.
Donnie's been drag racing for a long time. If you don't know him, go online, Donnie Huffman. You'll see some of his stuff.
I had a cute little 105-pound sweet baby on there, and she busted the record. So a personal best on it anyhow. So
okay,
official record.
Yeah.
And she won the race. That was at Rockingham.
Yeah, she did.
So she was in the ET class. She not only won the race, but she set the ET. And it wouldn't have been a big deal if Harley Davidson wouldn't have made one about it. But they said, their girl was running 1140, I think it was, Angel Savoy.
Angel Savoy ran 1120. No, I don't know. It's somewhere down there low, but.
So it took a skinnier girl to get the record.
I don't remember the numbers right now.
So now somebody's going to find a 95-pounder.
But here is the ticket. The gal that did it on my live wire was Angel Sampay's competition.
Yep.
Her name was Andy Rawlings.
Andy Rawlings. She's she was local. She's a pro stock racer also. She's a pro stock motorcycle racer. You could have seen her on the NHRA back in last year or the year before, but I don't think she's racing anymore this year. Or
no, I don't know. I don't know what she's doing. I haven't heard, but anyhow.
Okay, so if you're in town, if you're in town, you're going to be doing the barrel race. He's going to do some sled pulling on a trike.
If I am in town,
he's also going to do slow race.
I will bring a I will bring my dirt bike Sportster out and I'm going to run the barrels.
Yep, he's going to put on a good show if he shows up. And if he's not, his son might be here. Jamie.
I want to see that. That would be awesome.
Jamie's not. Jamie already knows he can't go on the family vacation, so we're trying to get him here. If not,
here's the deal.
Show up.
Here's the deal. I mean, my father's 88 years old. He'll be 89 in September, and I want to. And he still rides. And I'm going to go enjoy a ride.
No one can blame family first.
No one to blame you there, Donnie. That's for sure.
Not a bit, man.
If you can get one more ride out of them, do it. Absolutely. Do it as many times as you can for as long as you can.
That's it.
Yeah, it's sad. It's a shame that my oldest son can't go ride with us, but we usually do it every other year. Go up north in the mountains. And
that's a beautiful ride, man.
Yep. And his dad's a hard rider.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He is. I'm telling you. I followed him. It's like, holy crap. We're still in town.
Right. Don't let age fool you a bit.
The old man, when you get him on the bike, once he leaves and puts his feet on the pads, you can't stay up with him.
Yep.
I mean, he is so smooth. He is so smooth in the corners and the turns.
Yes, he is.
That's a lot of riding right there.
Yeah.
That's a talent, man.
Yep. I'm blessed to have. I'm blessed to have a father that I got. So.
Absolutely. You enjoy that ride, man. The both of you. It'll be a blast.
Well, think about that. Okay, growing up as a kid and having your dad. And having a Harley Davidson shop.
We need to cut this off here.
We do.
Go back to the rodeo, and we'll do a whole show
Big
on
motorcycle.
I'm telling you.
Born to ride.
They got the museum out there. Ronnie's been trying to get me to come out there, to do the shot of the museum and everything, because there's so much history in that family. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a museum.
It's incredible. It'd take 2 shows to do everything, and we should do it.
Absolutely need
to. I'm sure Ronnie's got a bunch of footage from the last couple of years being at the Huffmans and all that, the Lakeland. They supported Born to Ride big time, too.
Yeah.
Going to have to get Donnie here in the studio to do a show there.
It need to be early in the day.
The last few years of being a dealer before we sold out, but I will apologize for the management over there.
Well, it's all over now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's all over now.
They got some good people in there again.
For the management, but things happen. So, anyhow, I'm going to get back listening to the show, and I'm enjoying it. I just wanted to call in and bust Rob's ass.
Thanks a lot, Don.
Hey, don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger. Yeah.
I can't believe it's sitting there.
Thanks.
All right, take it to V now.
For anybody else that don't know who I am currently a 27-time national all Harley drag racing champion.
Very cool.
There's some pedigree there, no doubt.
Save something for the TV show. Hey, I'm still racing this year.
All right, y'all guys, y'all be safe and enjoy it. Keep the dirty side down. Man.
Always. Well, which side? I don't clean my bike. I ride my bike.
always got a smile on your face. I talk to you.
That
later,
I do,
guys.
man. I pick my teeth every day. The bugs out of my teeth every day.
Absolutely.
I got to put up that every day.
Take care, man.
Have a good one, Donnie. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Awesome. I mean,
the family's got some history. Ronnie wanted to get all 3 of them out here to do the barrel race.
Awesome.
Great grandpa, and the son.
Right.
And I asked him, and he said, "Well, we never did them games like that when we was riding back then." And he was, I don't know why, but when I asked him, he said, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. No problem." But so if he's here in town, he'll probably do it with us.
Awesome.
That'll be awesome.
Yep.
No doubt about that.
Yep. So more to the list, man. More to the list.
Just getting bigger and better.
Growing, man. It's like an onion. The more you peel it back, the more you find.
Yep.
More layers.
So,
very much.
What do we talk about? Any of the games? Any of the?
Any of the guy wants a parfait.
I don't know. Somebody had the idea. I'm not going to name any names, but that we do a wet T-shirt contest, but we do it male only. We get like the dads, You know, if you have a dad, I will
like the best dad bod or something.
I win. I will judge it. I'll put it together. We can do
biggest man nipples win.
Whoa!
I don't know about that, but I would love to put together a dad bod wet T-shirt contest. I think that it would be fantastic.
I think you'd get
Ronnie, please let me do this. This is the only thing I will ever ask you for. Let me put together a dad bod wet T-shirt contest.
So hard.
we could do a raffle where the ladies get to pick and buy a date with one of us. I mean, none of us are any of that good looking, but still, we might make $20 off it, right?
Buy a date with Rob.
$20.
$20.
That's the starting price.
But I think it could be a lot of fun doing a dad bod wet T-shirt contest. Now I'm stuck on the idea.
340, 350, 360. That Rob, he's exciting. I want to go with him. So let's get back to work here. Come on.
Absolutely. Yep.
We got sidetracked.
Oh, a lot of
nobody likes.
So, no one's saying they don't like your idea. Okay.
We love it. It's wonderful, darling.
Especially since Joe's going to win.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I refuse to enter anything that I could win in. Then I'll have to sponsor something, and I don't, that's like...
I'm going to be like the rest of the girls. I only take my clothes off for money.
I'm support single moms $1 at a time now. I resent that, Ramon.
And these ain't boobs. These are muscle packs.
Same.
Yeah, right. I used to carry these around with me.
I left my brochure at home today.
Okay, back to Border Ride with some motorcycle stories. And
yep. Anyway,
I don't think the skin show is going to be a big deal at the
anybody
Fest.
Well, it is a PG-13 event, correct, Fester? Is it PG-13?
I think so. And we're going to have kids, bounce houses, things like that.
Yeah.
And that's probably where the dad bod, wet T-shirt isn't too bad, or wouldn't be bad.
Like, it's fun. It's like everybody can get involved. It's just a big joke.
Well, we need to make it a contest. Not just stand there and shake your butt, but do something.
Yeah. Somebody's got to pull the splits and end up injuring themselves. I set the bar this high already.
We can put the wheelbarrow out there, and whoever can push the wheelbarrow with the most weight in it, we can get one of them sledgehammer games, and we can get one of them arm wrestling things. And next thing you know, we'll have a couple fights out there, and it'll get really exciting. Because you don't want to have those invented biker events, because these guys they play seriously. The arm wrestling machine. Every time I've ever seen guys with the arm wrestling machines, there's a fight outside.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Those in the punching bags.
Yep, any of those.
Tells you how many square inches your punch is.
That's why you got a band.
Yeah. You can't pull certain.
We haven't talked about the bands. Yeah. I don't even know the lineup.
Oh,
I have no idea yet.
Don't you have the lineup, Mama Dukes? Well, you want to come over here and maybe add a little bit to the show? You've been sitting over there on the sofa.
Think motorcycles.
Just jacking jaws there.
Oh, I don't need those. You're good. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm leaving.
Joe's like, I'm out.
What would work was a tattoo contest, because people have tattoos.
A tattoo contest would work.
Just have a booth where it's a tattoo contest, and
I don't know, dude. I'm really pumped about this dad bod wet T-shirt contest. I'm gonna get on Ronnie and be like, let me put it together. I will judge it. I will MC it. I don't care. I will put it together.
The musical lineup is.
Testing.
Yes, it's there. Welcome to the show, Mama Dukes.
We missed you.
I've been here all along. We've got Randy Stevens and the Groove Makers. Let's see. Don't have my glasses on. Tommy Rocks, the ultimate Southern rock tribute band. No, I'm good.
That won't help, right?
So right now, I think that's all we've got. Tommy's rock. That's pretty neat. The ultimate Southern rock tribute show. Have you heard that? Have you heard about them?
I've not seen them. No.
I'm guessing Leonard Skinner. Tribute band?
It doesn't really say. It just says Southern rock, and when you think of Southern rock, that's
you think of Leonard Skinner.
So, and then Randy Stevens and the Groove Makers. Right now, I think that's all he's got right now. That's all he sent over to me.
I'm sure
they're going to be very entertaining. Very, very. I can't hear myself. You guys
can't hear
me?
what? Need a little more volume?
There you go.
A little more head?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. There's more head.
Oh, jeez.
That's an adjustment, girls.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It's getting closer. We're like, what, 6 weeks away?
I haven't even looked at a calendar, to be honest. We're...
Yeah, we're in early June.
Okay, early June. 24th,
7 weeks.
Out 7 weeks out.
Studio audience just said 7 weeks.
Did they? I'm missing something over here.
He must be the
testing.
studio.
You don't have to go and get chicken there. We would have let you on the air there.
Come back.
Call back.
We miss you.
Call back.
Darth Vader's brother. So we'll have the big swap meet there. I think we're going to put them guys out here somewhere in the shade because let's get back to the rodeo for a little bit in that.
Yeah.
The car show, it's the same thing. There's room for them guys in the shade over there instead of out where we originally planned because that was out in the open sun.
Open sun, yeah.
So I think that would be a lot more comfortable, and that's up to them guys. John, you got to give us a call and let us know.
Right.
Do you get some aerial shots yet?
Not yet.
Caller, you're on the air.
Hey.
Hey.
It's the John and Heather show. Watching you guys.
Hey, John and Heather. How are y'all?
We're doing good. How are you, Fester and Mama Duke?
We're doing just fine. No problems whatsoever. Glad you can call in. So what's happening? What's going on in your neck of the woods?
Well, we're looking forward to coming out to the Moto Fest also.
Hi, guys.
Awesome. There. Now,
you guys have such a lineup going.
It's going to be a lot of things for practically everybody there. Absolutely, yes.
From 9 o'clock till dark, it's going to be busy.
We're going to fit it all into one day.
Swap meet going on, and the music lineup, and the mini bikes, and good God, you've got so much going on. I don't think we could keep up with it.
If you stand in the central areas, you'd be pretty much covered, or you just have to spin.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to, to get where, the central area, which is going to be the bike show pavilion area, and you'll be able to see the sled pull in there. You'll be able to see the biker games there. You'll be able to see most of the cars and vans that are close up. You're going to have to walk through that area because there's just, you can't park them guys on top of each other just to make it easy for people, you can get off your butt and walk on for the day. There'll be places to sit down if you need, but when you come out here, remember you're going to be on your feet a lot. But come on out; it's going to be great.
Well, we're looking forward to it. John and I are going to be walking all over the place and having a great time. So thank you so much.
We're looking forward to having you out here, no doubt. Now,
you guys are having a rocking show, and we're loving you all.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Okay. You have a great evening.
Good night.
You too.
Have a great one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Like each hour, it just goes by just like that.
Yeah, but what a great way to end the show with John and Heather, because I absolutely love
They're
John
awesome.
and Heather. They're every time I see them, I have to give Heather a big hug. I'm like, hi, oh my God, hi. But yeah, I love them.
Any parting words, Skylar?
Think motorcycle.
Think motorcycle. Rob.
I got the prototypes for the pedal bikes. Ooh. That's going to be real exciting. I'm going to have at least three different sizes, and then you just got to imagine it's almost going to look like a big wheel. But you'll be pedaling on it, and we'll have the little tiny transfer sled for the kids. But we'll have three different bikes for them to ride. They'll have the big wheels on the back, like 8x10s or something like
so
that.
Cool.
Yeah, and then it comes back down to it's horsepower, it's people power. So we're calling them pedal pushers, pedal pullers.
Okay.
July 24th.
I'm still with the Three Stooges. Press, pull.
Mama Dukes.
Good night, people.
Save the date, July 24th.
July 24th, save the date. Like Skylar said, think motorcycles. Hope you enjoyed this edition of Born to Ride Radio on the Boss Hogg Radio Network. Like we end each show each week, keep it in between the ditches. Be safe. And until next week,
Born to Ride!
Yeah.
Rubenstein Law.
If Instagram is your thing, we're there. We're everywhere. Follow us at #Born to Ride Motorcycle Media, your #1 motorcycle resource.
Yeah, I have to say, Born to Ride has been a big influence on my trailer sales in the last 2 or 3 months. It's been nothing but a big surprise. I mean, the magazine articles, everything in the commercials, it's been nothing but the best of help to me in my business.
Is your business becoming invisible? Create a great advertising relationship today with Born to Ride. Call 888-795-5779.
This is the Boss Hogg Radio Network. 1170 AM WKFL Bushnell. 1330 AM WWAB Lakeland Plant City. 1360 AM WHNR Cypress Gardens Winter Haven. And 1390 AM and 107.5 FM WAVP and W298BU FM